Okay, we're good. Thanks for staying until 4:30, last day of Casual Connect. My name is Tzvi, that's how you should pronounce it. And I'm going to talk to you about production, monetization pain points, and how to avoid them. This is better? All right, so I'll have to hold it like this. So the agenda for today is free-to-play games. After 3 days in Casual Connect, you probably all know what it takes to win. So I'm going to talk about it in a high level, but will indicate the pain points that most of you must suffer during development. And then I'm going to show you the tools and platforms out there that we think are good enough for you, so you can use and avoid these pain points during production. Use cases, Q&A if we have time, and beer later on. Yeah, so SDKs, there are many of them. Don't be afraid of them. They are here for a reason, to help you out. And this is a big mess right now. Where are you guys? You're not there? Stand up. So it's a big mess, and I'm going to try and sort things out here. So what does it take to win in free-to-play game? Basically, two things, major things. The first thing, is have a good game. CSR racing, fun, sticky, challenging, no bugs, of course. With that, unfortunately, I cannot help you, but I am counting on you to do that. So the second thing is actually data, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. Although the pain in getting the data is that you need to collect it, you need to analyze the data, and only then you can engage, retain your users, leverage the churned users, and only then monetize in sort of different ways. In order to do that, you need a backend. Again, collect the data, visualize it so most of the people in the company actually understand what they see, pay for the hosting, maintain and scale the servers, update it based on the metrics that you're collecting over time, and alter it for your next game. And this is the biggest pain in the ass, the pain for you. So again, back to the map. It's very complex, and these are how we see the main things that you should aware. And these are the companies that we like. So let's start with the first thing, the backend, actually. For backend, you can use it for all sorts of ways. Have files stored in it, have tables, database tables there, and so on. So for example, here in Cut the Throat, there's a level on the left side, it's still unlocked, but on the right side you'll see a level coming soon. You don't need to upload your game again to the App Store in order to add another level. You can host your levels on your backend and use it with files there. That's for the backend. For analytics, there are many companies out there that provide analytics. Some of them, like Honeytracks and Appsala, are more modified for games. Some of them are just really good, like Localytics and so on. Use them wisely to collect the data, understand your users, how they are performing inside the game, when they are churning and so on, to better perform in terms of your backend and engagement. So that leads me to engagement, where I can show you a few examples. First ones, everybody knows CSR racing. CSR racing understood that I'm a beginner that never spent money in the game. So they promote me a promotion in the game when I launched it, that explained me that there is a Mercedes sale, and it's on multiplayer, because they understood that I never played on multiplayer during my lifetime, and it ends on Monday. As a player, I will want to try that out, because I never rode on a Mercedes in CSR, and try it out. This is how they engage me to make more engagement and keep me in the game, and try the multiplayer that they think is a good feature for the game. Another promotion that they announced was after identifying that I'm spending too much money too fast. And that actually happened to me. At the beginning when I played CSR Racing, I spent it too fast, and I couldn't buy the cars that they are offering. I could only get the upgrades for every car. And I lost all my money, and I didn't want to spend on a new car, and this is why I churned, basically. So they came up with a new promotion that I identify a beginner, relatively, that spends too much money on upgrades, and then offered them an alert, a tip, saying, listen, you should wait for buying a car. It will help you down the road. So again, that keeps me in the game engaged. So how many of you got this announcement when they played? Ever? No one? 3, 2 or 5, yeah. All right, so I also got this message. Now, let's understand it. It's a message. I'm playing, and I ran out of money. I'm trying to buy a new item, a new upgrade. I know I cannot afford it. For somehow psychologically, I try, and I'm trying to buy it. Maybe counting on a bug in the game. But there's a alert saying not enough money. So I'm going to the shop. I see all the prices. I don't want to buy. I leave the shop, and again, when I continue playing and hit the button again, I get the same message. You can use the backend to understand that the users keep on repeating the same action. Instead of offering them not enough cash, offer them already an incentive, like 50% off on a virtual currency or virtual good. Maybe it will offer them, maybe it will make them to make actually the first purchase. And then, of course, congratulate them for the first purchase. So we're done with engagement. Push notification is a great way to retain your users. Again, you don't need to build your own push servers in order to retain your users. Use other services, Urban Airship, Xify, that basically send push notification to your users. Use those SDKs in order to retain your users. Don't build them on your own. And A/B test. A/B test everything, from your company to your, what happened here? I ran out of time. A/B test. What happened? Okay, so I'll tell you what's happened.
Maybe another map.
Nothing. Dead. No, it's dead. Oh, okay. I did an A/B test, and look what happened. Do you see anything? Maybe I move this there. No. We'll have to suffice with that. Anyway, A/B test. A/B test everything. Inside your game, basically, A/B test your features, your design, your prices inside the game, everything, and measure it. Measure, so you can understand what's going on, and then alter and change and adapt based on the testing. So ads. I just marked 4 companies here, or you can see only 2, but there are like about 300 companies, ads companies out there. And you can monetize your game with ads, but you need to do it wisely. So together with analytics, you can understand, for example, you cannot understand here, this is Clash of Clans, this is my screenshot. not by my proudest moments, but I reached 51, level 51, and then I stopped playing. I stopped playing, and Clash of Clans used the push notification to bring me back after, I don't know, 2 weeks that I haven't been there, saying, you know, we miss you, or something like that. So I opened the game, and there was a message waiting for me there with this screen saying, maybe you should try another game. So they brought me back in order to push me away to another game. By that, monetize also me. When I stopped playing, I stopped putting money on the game, and they monetize me as well. Same thing goes for offer walls. Understand users that keep playing on the game but never spend. Maybe they went to the store and they didn't want to spend money, so they waited the 50 minutes to get their next life back, like Candy Crush. Don't let them hang out or wait. Sometimes you can also use offer walls to incentivize goods to make them keep playing in the game. Maybe later on they will spend in your game. So back to the half list there. These are the main things that we think you should use inside your game. Obviously, there are more services, more important things to track and to understand inside your game. These are the key ones. And about Aplicasa, that also in the same space, we focus on two major things. One is the virtual store on the left side, which is a bit too bad. A virtual store basically that provides you many tools to maintain it, and monetization. For virtual store, we provide a way to manage your users' goods and currency, a way to register your users with Facebook and log in, a complete CRM for your users, prevent also a fraud payment, and an offline mode, and a complete backend for your game. For monetization, because once you integrate your virtual store in your game, you can know all the spending behavior and usage behavior of your games. And you can create these segments of users and target them promotions for your users. Promotions in the forms of deals and rewards for virtual goods and currency, but also offer walls, banners, and so on. Thank you very much for today. It was tough. Probably all want to get some beer or want to have some questions. Sure.
Yeah, when you say that Aplicasa offers a backend, I mean that can cover a broad spectrum of functionality. What exactly does that mean? Is that not just data retention, but also logic?
In Aplicasa, you can create basically database tables and objects that you can do whatever you want. If you want to have, for example, multiplayer game, async multiplayer game, you can have all the data there, store it, and when the next player is playing, they can retract the data from there and keep playing. And again, that's one example. But basically, it's objects of database tables, less logic, or let's say, if you want to work on an image and pull out things from there, you cannot do it with the backend. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Last one.